sun shining, shall we, shall we? Who's ready, who's ready, who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Rise and shine this light of life into your world. I've been watching all the world go by this morning, being loud, from motorcycles to tractors backing up to big old diesels, and everybody's going to work. And then I realized it's where my attention goes that grows. It's where I focus on, especially in the morning, that's going to make the difference for me. As you can see, they're pulling in right now with the trucks, trying to get all this to be paved. Like I told you, I filmed it yesterday. All of Boulder Highway's under construction. They already got it flattened, and they're about to. They are removing the concrete barrier so they can go and pave directly to the edges. That's the attention to detail that I'm talking about. That's the amount of attention I pay, and when you pay attention, it pays you. That's why it's important to pay attention, and that's why this morning's motivation is about the attention you pay to yourself, and the attention that you want to receive, and our intentionalities on what we're going to get. Let's go, leg out, blessing, Saints Addiction. So the Las Vegas original, LVOG, Vegas Vice. Vegas is down there somewhere. I'm rising and shining, and so should you be. I'm going to go roll this blunt. And I thought I would just go for the morning walk, but it was just so loud. It was just like motorcycle, diesel, big thing, little thing. And I'm like, I'm grateful that this thing's a little bit further down, because he just kept beep, beep, beep. And you're like, that's fucking annoying at 7 o'clock in the morning. But, you know, I'm watching somebody walk. Yeah, somebody's walking around the park this morning, parking, sparking. I got nothing rolled. And already went yesterday and rolled out my back and chilled the fuck out. And let's pay attention to the show, shall we? It turns out a lot of us, especially women, are doing a lot for attention. I read something this morning that said real girls seek attention, real women seek respect. And the truth of it is, you're always seeking attention. You are in the currency of the 21st century. I almost said 24th century, where everybody's seeking attention. If your post gets no attention, it doesn't get seen, right? If a tree falls in the middle of a forest and no one's around to hear it, did it make any noise? And that's the old adage, you know? If you don't get seen, if you don't get likes, if you're not popular, do you even exist? And a lot of the young men that I talk to during this, especially the morning motivation, they're like, I just want to matter, bro. Like, they can see that NPCs exist and that it's easy to turn into a non-player character than it is to be a real character. To have real character, to not be an imposter or have imposter syndrome, to be an original, and to be brave enough to be an original. You know, you got to be, what's the word that they're looking for? Authenticity, genuineness, realness. Everybody wants the realness, but most of them are copying from someone else. And that's something my father would refuse for me. When I was talking to my girlfriend last night, I was talking to Michelle, and I was like, I guess we broke up, but, you know, we still love each other. And, you know, and good friends to talk to. And it was just like, you know, not for nothing. She was like, she ran in Italy she's like, that's the first time I ever did something naughty. And her friend we would have got away with it. My friend didn't slow down. And I was laughing. But what was so funny is that she got caught dining and dashing in Italy. And of course, these young little white girls, privileged with their rich money, didn't have to do it, right? They didn't have to steal, right? They could have earned it. But at the same time, that's what was so funny about it, was that I said, well, whose idea was that? And she's like, it wasn't me. You know, I'm not a leader, I'm a follower. And instantly she went to a submissive role. And I paid attention to that, because as a kid, that was never me, bro. I was never allowed to be submissive. I was never allowed to come up with excuses. I was never allowed to be phony. I had to stick up for myself. You know what I mean? Did someone say something in here? I didn't see. Is my live chat on? Sorry, bro. If it's not on, it's on now. I had to stick up for myself. I had to come up for a reason to be in the season instead of for someone else's reason and season. I had to get up and make it happen on my own. And that meant not seeking direction from someone else, you know? Seeking direction from someone else or approval from someone else, and in a way that made me a rebel. that I would think for myself. That doesn't no longer mean that if a police officer pulls me over, that I'm assuming that he has my best interest in mind. That I'm allowed to question an authority and adults and all that other things that we do. Is like, are you allowed to be bringing me from school? Are you allowed to pick me and my brothers up while I made my brothers and sisters walk in front of me when we were kids? I was like, look, you can't walk behind me. Someone could just come up behind me and take you. I need you right in front of me. And we'd be arguing, and I'd be giving them dead legs and shit. You can ask Jeremy. We're going to make some shirts this week. Oh, fuck, I haven't done that yet. But, it's all part of the plan, bro. It's all part of our silly little plan that we think that we can, either A, not pay attention, which is basically not seduction. It's, what's the word? It was on the tip of my tongue. When you're sedated, right? When you just want to be numb and not pay attention to anything. I got friends that all they do, and my friend Jenny Face, she's like, all I do is always in charge. So when it's in time to get in the bedroom, I don't want to be in charge at all. I want to be, tied up and spanked, and I don't want to have to do fuck all. And I was like, I get that. Anybody that's been working all day doesn't want to go back to work. If you're constantly having to be on time and focused and being a leader, it's an exhausting endeavor. Right? Like, it's just not as fun as you'd like it to be. And that's just the truth of it. So, all of us have an attention span, but not all of us are paying attention to our attention span. We're all over the place. We're just like, ooh, the next thing. Ooh, change the TV channel. Ooh, give me that dopamine hit. Ooh, I want to do that too. And like I was telling my girl, it's spiritual to be fasting. I'm paying attention to the food that I'm about to put in my mouth. Look at this beautiful sunset. I'm about to smoke this with you. It went right behind the clouds. It's nice and lovely out this morning. It's fall weather. It's brisk. If you call 80 brisk, I had to put a shirt on, you know what I mean, a little bit chilly. Everyone's like, why you always do the show with the shirt? Fucking 900 fucking degrees outside, bitch, shut the fuck up, But yeah, nice, beautiful morning day, and I'm paying attention to it. I'm paying attention to my health. I'm paying attention to, my mind, and I'm paying attention to where my attention goes, because wherever your attention goes is where it's going to grow, and that's why we have to talk about it this morning, because some people, they only pay attention to the bitching. You know what I mean? That's all they can do. Like my ex-best friend, Kimmy, she already blocked me. She knew she was being too negative. She knew that she didn't belong in my life. Not only she's about a decade older than me, she's in her 50s, I'm still in my 40s, but I just don't operate that way. I don't operate in negative spaces where all my deal is to complain and then go to another dude and complain and then go to another dude and complain and bitch, moan, complain till her bills were paid. And I'm like, dude, all you're doing is using people in front of me. I don't need friendships like that, man. I don't need friendships for people that can delete me at any moment. I don't need friendships that they need me so they can bitch about something. You know what I mean? I don't need friendships that haven't had any attention at all to me, lost the t-shirts that I gave her, right? There was three t-shirts, two people, and they're gone now. She's like, oh, I gotta move, they're gone. Well, where'd they go? I don't know. It's been a year and a half ago. I have no clue. And there goes the accountability. There goes the responsibility. Same like weed. It's all good and all when they're in your face. Hey, yeah, thanks for the weed. And it's like, hey, I got to collect. Oh, bro, I thought that was free. And you're just like, I'm paying attention before attention pays me. That's one of my favorite. Attention paid me. That's your boy, Lil Wayne. I tried to pay attention, but attention paid me. Nosebleed seats. Haters in the nosebleed seats. But today I went shopping and talk is still cheap. I ride to the beat of my drum set. I ain't been down, but I've been down for a while yet. That's your boy. Lyrics on shirts. Yeah. Yep. That's us. Not paying attention to our heart rate. Thank God we still got these new, they said that's the best invention in a long time, was the invention of the Google Watch, the Apple Watch, the Health Watch, because now you can watch your steps, you can watch your exercise, you can write your heart rate. You have all this technology right there for you to understand why your body's working the way that it is, or if it's working at all. Yeah. And that's what it'll have to be sometimes. Just that attention, the attention to small details. There's times where you don't want to pay attention at all and just have fun and not pay attention to anything, you know? You won't even pay attention to your heart rate, you know, how excited you are to be at Disneyland, or how excited you were to meet that new guy, or how excited you were to sit on that couch. Those are all stimuluses. Those are all stimuluses, and they're all fake, and that's the reason why you have to pay attention to them. Going to Disneyland, of course you're going to feel like that. Shit, it's Disneyland. But you also paid a pretty penny for that privilege. There's an amount of addiction that we have for new things, you know, novelty and beaches and drinks and food. Of course, our brains come alive. It's the most fun time. And that's when we become a little bit more wild, right? So we go from being conservative to, let me get a couple shots. Let me get some tequila, you know? Let me amp it up. And then now we see why we are pretending to be what we were pretending to be in the first place. Controlled. That's right. You think you're in control. And then all of a sudden you can't wait to get out of control. You can't wait to go to Disneyland. You can't wait to be on vacation. You can't wait to fucking churn up and churn out. I get it. But did you pay attention to it? I'm probably sure you didn't, because odds are you wanted to enjoy it. And this is something I've been chewing on for the longest time, because the hard part is when someone's smoking a cigarette, they're already onboarding the nicotine, fake dopamine that they're seeking, right? Let's get the sun to light this blunt, shall we? First of all, everybody's going to have to join Weed Club. That's right, join Weed Club. Rise and shine. Get your Weed Club card on. It ain't the same. I can't see anything, but yeah. Join Weed Club right here. It's blocked on Instagram, but we're going to get the website up so you can get in. You know, give us your Instagram. We'll follow you and approve you. You know what it is. And then you can take the sun's power. That's right. And lift up. Come on, this thing's getting shady. It's got like sprinkles on the outside. I don't know what's going on here, but there you go, bud. There you go, bud. And take the sun's power to light this blunt this morning and see us get higher. Let's go. Sun power, sun shade, moving the blocks down the street. Perfect. Get the fuck out of here. Stop making noise. Good time to start the morning motivation. Let's go. And that's what it is. I decided to start paying attention to my calm. I started paying attention to my breathing. I started paying attention to my focus. You know, like I know, when it starts to happen, all of a sudden it's drastic. It's like all systems go. Everything matters. I was watching somebody else's anxiety, and I told my friend Jenny, she was telling me what she had to do for the day, and I said, maybe if you set it faster, it'll give you more anxiety. And that's exactly what happened with the Jenkins. Go, bro. You're already in the fucking... Just take the turn, bro. There was no traffic coming your way, and you had to make all that noise. You're already in the corner turning, and you got to make all that noise. Some people need the attention. That's why I was having this conversation. It smells like seed. Oops. That when I'm bored, I seek outlets. You know, pay attention to that. You know? When I get hungry, I tend to eat anything. When I'm bored, comes the sugars and the salts. When I'm lazy, right, comes the fast foods and the city. And when I'm in those modes, it's really hard to shake me out of them. That's why I said attention's so important. It's not exactly what you do, it's how you pay attention to what you're doing. Are you just doing it frivolously, mindlessly, timelessly, and you just blame it on someone else and it's supposed to happen? I'll wait. And then again, I won't. Life won't wait for you to fucking figure it out, bro. It's for you to figure it out. I got the figure it out shirt, and I'm not wearing it right now, but it's up to us to figure it out. Figure out what makes us tick and how to get ourselves to tick. Pay attention to our heart rates and our health. Pay attention to our breathing and our exercise. We just wanted to have fun. That's what we want to pay attention to. Am I having fun? Am I happy? Well, that's a weird barometer to be going up against because it shifts. That's what's so weird. You know, 1 minute you could be depressed at Disney World. Yeah, bro. You could be depressed at the happiest place on earth. I was in Spain, and I've been wanting to see La Sagrada Familia my whole life. It's not even finished. This 400-year-old fucking church that's still being built by not Salvador Dali, by your boy Dali. No, it's not Dali. It's I went up to his fucking thing at the park. Come on, Mark. What the fuck is his name? His name's not Dali. Goyer? What's his name? Mark, you went to the fucking park. Goddamn, I parked and sparked and forgot. See where my attention went? Gaudi. I went to Gaudi. Gaudi made La Sagrada Familia. He's the main architect and designer and idea guy. But because people didn't pay attention to him, he died in the streets of Spain. He got hit by a horse carriage, and people just thought he was a bum, a nobody. He laid in the fucking the hospital, the worst hospital, for about 2 weeks, and their biggest cash cow died with no attention paid to him, right? How about when I was hearing about Iraq, and the guys were outside of the gold or the oil office, right? And next door was the museum with priceless relics from 5,000 civilization, and not one single soldier was placed outside the museum. It was looted. Our attention's all over this place. We don't pay attention to our oceans. We don't know how deep it is, right? We don't want to know about our earth and the core, and we want to go exploring. We want to go to the subsurface. We want to go outward, which is pretty cool. I paid attention. I saw them catch a rocket. I'm like, fuck, the future's now. They're catching rockets out of things. Give me that rocket. Yeah, got the rocket. Pass the blunt. And then I'm looking at that and I go, okay, how about AI? The attention that we spend on AI. Not easy, bro. This thing's doing leaps and bounds beyond us. It's doing the push-ups. It's making the things happen. It's doing it for us, and it's a fucking blessing to watch, because now all of a sudden it's happening. That's right. The life that we chose is happening, and whether we like it or not, or pay attention to it or not, maybe you weren't paying attention to your phone when it hit the meta search, right? Boom! All of a sudden, my AI, bink, right up on it. How about the other one? The Copilot on my laptop. I opened it up right along the bottom. Bink, Copilot. How about Bing? They put it everywhere. AI, and you weren't paying attention. Next time you book your meal, watch AI. Next time you need a logo, watch AI. Next time you need a site, watch site in an hour, video in an hour. All these things are happening even if you're not paying attention. That's why it's important to pay the attention, to put some time and energy towards yourself, your education, and your experience, because this thing's going by regardless if you learn. The earth, these billions of years of mountains, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit the sun rises. They don't get sunburnt. They don't get their feelings hurt. None of that happens. It's for you and only you. When you start paying attention to yourself, now all of a sudden you have the power to change yourself, to transform, to be what you truly wanted to be in the first place. If you're on the other side and you get inside your mind and you live there, then all of a sudden it's just in your world, right? In your world. As long as people are jealous of your post, then you're going to be happy. I told you, man, don't be drinking the tears of your enemies. That's a bittersweet fucking drink. You want to enjoy the thoughts of your mind. You want to be in here and having a reality where it doesn't disassociate from the real world, right? And it does include knowing who you really are. That's important too. And then putting in the real work so it really fucking happens. That's a missing part and element in this whole fucking thing, is everybody keeps kind of wanting to snap their fingers and hope the reality to be what they want it to be, instead of making it the way that they want it to be. And that's why you have to pay attention. That's why you have to do the work right here, right now. My nose dripping. Always, every morning, I pay attention. That I could, if I wanted to, pay attention to what time I woke up, how much exercise I was getting, what I was eating, what I was paying attention on, how easy it was to get my attention on something else. This last relationship was horrible, that I would get so much energy of myself. I got my best friend crying. Like, I cried after, I did some phone sex with this guy, and he just used me, and I cried after. I'm like, you woke up during a nap to give someone phone sex so you could cry after and get nothing from it, like you weren't even in on the phone sex, like you were just woke up from nap, here, yeah, get your jollies, click, and now I'm getting used again. And then it hit her too late. Before I said there was a stimulus, Jenny Face, there was a stimulus here that you bought into. That's all I want to fucking know. What was it about that situation? Was it the attention? Was it the boredom? I mean, you were sleeping, so did he start off that way, or did you not know that the phone call was going to be that way? Maybe you got baited and switched, thought it was going to be business, and then it turned into porn. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Like, we don't all get it all at the same time, but that's what it is. When I'm rushing, I'm not paying attention. When I'm angry, I'm not paying attention. Rush, or when I'm in pain, I'm not paying attention, and then you get it. Now you see what's happening with all the people. You see what's happening when the sun covers up the shine, and that you can't see through the forest through the trees. Thank God for that cloud cover. You can see the whole valley. Come on, check the whole valley with me. Sunrise to sunset. Every day, there's a new way to just attack the day. There's a new way to pay attention to something different than what you were paying attention to. If you shift it, then it'll expand. And then whatever you focus on expands. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to what you're focusing on. Are you focusing on your feelings and what's happening to you in that moment, and how much this is affecting me? And I gotta like, literally, when the pain is kicking in and the over emotionality kicks in, you literally are under fire. You're under a chemical warfare that you didn't even choose. And then all of a sudden you're gonna want to reach equilibrium as fast as possible. And most people, what they do is they'll go get like a shot of alcohol. They'll go buy something, the retail therapy. We're all out there doing it left, right, and straight. Hang out the 7-Eleven. Who needs a cigarette? Who needs an icy? Who needs a slushy? Who needs something? And then you'll know, bro. You'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, because that's all of us. All of us monkeys are going after every stimulus that's inside of our body, whether it's hunger, thirst, or loneliness. It could be anything, and we'll do wild things for it too. Give girls free microwaves and give girls free weed. That was me. The other one was my friend. And then dance naked on Instagram. That's most of the girls. Just please pay attention to me. And what was that thing that my dad used to say to me often? Oh yeah, I love you. And that was so funny when the girls said that. The reinforcements of actually hearing it from a real man that they really love. Pay attention to that. You don't know that they had daddy issues? You didn't pay attention. You didn't know you had daddy issues? You didn't pay attention. And there it is. It's easier to label everyone else, have suggestions, and you should do this. I hate that phrase. It leaves self-determination from you. You have to choose what you should do, because you are the only one that's getting the consequences. I am not their actions, nor am I their responsibilities and accountabilities. Not my circus, not my monkeys, but there it is. It's all of us just not paying attention. And that's it. Because it's easy to be distracted in a world full of entertainment. I've worked all week. What's a great way to get distracted? An NFL game. Yeah, I got my jersey on. I got the matching room. I got the barbecue. Everything in my brain is telling me I am winning. And that's where we stop. We stop right there. We give it all to a Bronco game or a Charger game and be like, I'm all in. And unfortunately, that's where it ends. It ends just like that, where you maxed yourself out. I make $100,000 a year. Well, you could make unlimited amount, but what you said to yourself was the limit, and that's the attention that you paid. You went like, I graduated college, yeah, with an associate's, but you could have had a master's degree. But you're not talking about having a master's degree. You're just talking about the minimums. I don't want the lesser, so I got to do more. And I don't want that kind of diet in my mind, so I got to pre-program myself. Go ahead, Mr. Helicopter, come on in the shop. I see you, and now I don't. And soon enough, I won't hear you.
just like the dramas, just like the bullshit, just like everything else that you focus on. You know, all those things have been taking up time and drilling holes in your canoe, and you had to stew. You had to pay attention to that one person that said that one thing to you. You're like 9 out of 10 people go, "You look good today," and then the 10th person cracks you and says, "You look fat," and you're like, "Why does he say I look fat? What happened to the other 9? 9 to 1, bro. The odds are tremendous, but what are you focused on? I'll wait. No, I won't. And neither will your fucking life, man. Neither will time. It's so undefeated. And that's why I was like, attention, like, is the new commodity, man. You could buy attention, you can't buy time. And that's why it's so frivolous. You think it's only 0.23 seconds for each post? It adds up. Soon it's 4 hours. Drip by drip, it's a fucking river. And you were like, holy shit, it's a flash flood of attention that I didn't pay. I gave it all away. I gave it all away to that Netflix, but I was so excited for the nearest GTO or whatever, Game of Thrones, yeah, whatever that fuck GOT. I would have been like, yeah, God, give it to me, give it to me. I've never watched a show in my life. I can't even do a situation like that. I want to fucking make something else happen, and that's why I'm on it. You know, I get in the world where I want to see myself expand a thought. I want to sit still long enough and calm enough that it can expand. I want to lower my heart rate and lower my stress so I can see where my mind goes. Is it running to and fro? Is it all over the place? It happens, bro. I'm human too. I'm in the situation just like you where I'm like, oh, this makes sense. This doesn't make sense. This makes sense for me and this doesn't make sense for me. And if I'm quiet enough and I'm calm enough and I'm not all scattered, I get regular exercise. I get regular breathing. Sometimes not in the morning usually. And regular sleep. You know, that sleep, exercise, and meditation, I guess you can call it. Breathing is what I call it. You know, really lets me know when I'm about to get scattered, like it was yesterday, kind of getting flustered at the fucking grocery store, and I was like, you know what, you guys, just give me my fucking change. I got ice cream. Call me when it's all done. I can't wait around for this. Okay. Half hour later, the lady called me. It was all good. Come get your change. $13, $16. I'm not quite sure, but it was there. And that's what I wanted to pay attention to. It's not what was going on around me or how chaotic the situation was, that I didn't have to be a part of it, that I can leave freely, pay for my groceries, and you guys can figure it out. I don't want to have to fucking sit there and figure it out for you, and I refuse to. I refuse to jump into people's drama. I refuse to jump into people's mindset. I refuse to be a follower. I want to think for myself, adjust myself, and have the power within myself to be myself, and that's authenticity. That's power. When you walk into a room and you don't give a fuck what everybody thinks. I heard that if you can stop living your life on other people's terms, you're going to live a happy life because you're basing it off of what their attention says, what their reaction says, and what their feelings are. When you pay no attention to what your feelings were, what your reactions are, and how it made you feel. Does it make you feel happy? Then fuck them. Are you hurting anyone else? Then fuck them. You know what I mean? And unless it's hurting someone else, literally, dude, it's free game, bro. That's why it's an anarchy symbol over here at Saints Addiction. The freedom to expand your own horizons, right, bro? The freedom to choose your destiny and your journey and your adventure, the freedom to be who you really want to be. It's up to you and it's inside you. But it ain't going to be inside me if I don't exercise. It isn't going to be inside me if I don't squeeze the juice, the motivated juice out, inside of my brain and go, okay, come on, give me the good stuff. That stuff that makes me positive, the endorphins, the oxytocins, the dopamines, the real ones, bro. The most addictive substance in the planet. So pay attention what you've been addicted to. Weed, coffee, attention. Right. I bet you were chasing that shit. You know what's better? Inner strength, undeniable focus, and hashtag determination and drive, baby, because that's what gets me up and alive and makes me go. And nothing can stop me when I'm in that mode. When I'm ultra focused, laser focused, and I'm not distracted by the outsides and all the other just things that I run to. Is like, oh, I was focused till I went for a cigarette break. Oh, I was focused till I started dating that chick. Oh, I was doing so good till I got that other job. Bro, stop focusing on them. Start focusing on you, the internal you, the real you, the fucking authentic you, that genuine you that's inside there somewhere. It needs the attention more than Facebook, more than Instagram, almost call it Facegram, more than the Facegram too, bro. Even me, get off this motherfucking thing, bro. Go outside. I'm gonna go right now. I can see my homeboy walking. I'm like, fuck, I got the morning high. I'm gonna go get even more high and walk and stretch and be in my mind. That's my morning motivation. Rise and shine. Let's go, leg out, peace and love. And as always, that's my love. Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fears, the other side of your excuses, the other side of the world, because that's exactly where the fuck I'll be. Saints Addiction. Best believe. Blessed believe. Blessed believe. I'll see you. Peace. All right, let's go get some exercise.